Colorado High School Activities Association football is on B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network tonight from Ray Patterson Stadium in Loveland. It's the league opener as the Fort Morgan Mustangs take on the Mountain View Mountain Lions along with Brian Nickel. I'm John Beltran, and Brian, this is your 13th season working Fort Morgan football games. Obviously, the playoff games are pretty memorable.
Yep.
But some regular season games are memorable as well, including what happened 2 weeks ago, not to Fort Morgan's favor.
That's for sure. That they get beat right at the end of the game there, and but the Mustangs tonight, they've got to get their offense going. There was 2 touchdowns scored, but one was a pick 6 on defense. So you're going to have to get more points on the board on your offense if you're going to beat this Mountain View team.
Yeah, without question, because that was a 14-12 loss, so they only accounted for 1 offensive touchdown. And the thing that Coach Davies has referred to, Ty Davies, is the injury situation. So it seems that every week, or in this case every other week, the Mustangs have to go with different personnel at different positions. They keep adjusting game in and game out.
Yeah, it's they can't seem to keep healthy at least. I'm not sure that Ben Fritzler is going to play tonight. It sounds like Noah Gary is going to be in the H-back position. We'll see if Samson Ortega is ready to go. Angel Lopez, see if he's ready to go after a couple of weeks off. So hopefully they can keep them healthy through tonight because they're going to need them here in the next 5 weeks.
The Mustangs are 2-3 overall. What about this Mountain View football team? 5-25 the previous 3 seasons. Last time we were here was a 35-14 victory when Fort Morgan won the state championship. But now they're a 4-1 football team, Brian. So they have turned their program around as this 3A North 1 League competition gets underway tonight. And there was a big win last night by Pomona over Roosevelt. Nobody saw coming.
No, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's Pomona's. Of course, we're new into this league, but Pomona what was it, 43-22 or something like that. They beat Roosevelt at Roosevelt. So, but Mountain View, they're averaging 34 points a game, only giving up about 14 points. Fort Morgan's averaging 20 points a game, and they're giving up 25. So that's going to have to change here tonight for the Mustangs to come out victorious here tonight in Loveland.
The Mustangs have won the toss. They are dressed in their road whites, coached by, once again, Ty Davies with a bevy of assistants, including Jacob Blund, Drew Davies, Gary Davies, Jim Kreckemeyer, Josh Langford, TJ Schneider, Jacob Norris, Devin Gherkin, and Corey McDaniel. Steve Fry, the head coach of Mountain View, dressed in their home purples with the white pants. Connor Logan, Mike McMahon, Julianne McMahon, and Tyler English are the assistants. And for mid-October weather, it is gorgeous tonight, Brian.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure what it is. Probably upper 60s, maybe even lower 70s.
61 degrees, but it's I'm wearing a sweater, but you're a man. You're still in the T-shirt, so there's no surprise there. And we will have plenty of activity, not only in the field, but the Mountain View Band is to our left. So we'll have plenty of energy up here. I think we've seen that before outside in Fort Morgan, certainly when the Fort Morgan brush game takes place, and we have the band right there next to us. So anticipate the energy in more ways than one.
It looks like Angel Lopez is dressed out, and I see him on the field. He's on the field over on the far side there. So
kickoff is brought to you by Bailey Mechanical. When your temperature is not quite right, call your local Lennox dealer. Bailey Mechanical, 970-522-0471. And let's see who will kick it off for Mountain View. It looks like Keegan Amons. And back deep to receive Franco Diaz, who's had a nice season for the Mustangs on special teams. First quarter tonight brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. Booted high and short. It's going to bounce at about the 19-yard line. Fielded on one hop. Straight ahead to the 30. That's a strong run to the 35. A return of 12 yards there by Austin Hall. And now, as Brian mentioned, got to get the offense going. Starting lineup is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu. We know the quarterback is J.J. Marquez. We'll introduce the rest of the players as the game wears along. Angel Lopez, Franco Diaz, the receivers to the left. One setback out of the pistol formation from the 31. Samson Ortega is in the backfield.
Looks like maybe Noah has a different number. There's a 41 lined up as the H-back.
Actually, you're right. Yep. In motion to the left is Aguirre. Now he resets. On first down, handoff, running to his left is Samson Ortega. Breaks a tackle down at the 34. A gain of 3 before he's stacked up there by Barrett Plews and Wally Edwards, a senior defensive end. Second down and 3 to go, but the Mustangs will take that, Brian, just 3-4 yards at a time. Eat up some clock as well. You don't want to be on defense too much.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the ball over, well, on downs anyway, to this offense, what they've shown so far this year. I'm not sure what the opposition has been, but...
Second down and 7. There's the counter running right to the 35. That's Aguirre, but he cannot get by the second defender. Too much penetration there by Tyson Maris. Ben's a senior at 6'3", 210. And you're not going to see a lot of explosion from Noah Aguirre.
No.
Third down and 6 yards to go for the Mustangs at their own 35-yard line. I think we're going to have to move. These guys are standing right in front of us. Well, either that or we stand, but either way, we're good. Third down and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they strung that out. You can't be stringing it out. You've got to get it downfield, get that hole when it's there.
Lining up on the right hash mark, 2 receivers to the left. On 3rd and 6 for the 35. Marquez rolls to his left. He's got a man wide open, complete at the 42. That's Angel Lopez Sadinana. A flag is down, though, at the 35. That would be a gain of 8. It might be coming back for a hold.
Hold or illegal man downfield, maybe. Let's see.
Well, let's see what the
Holding.
that will be holding against Fort Morgan. It nullifies the completion. And that's too bad because they didn't need that hold. Lopez,
no.
Sadinana was wide open underneath. So now instead of a 1st and 10, it'll be a 3rd and 16 to go from the 25-yard line. Just underway, 90 seconds into the game. And the league opener, this league is not easy. You still have Roosevelt next week at home. And, of course, there's Thompson Valley, Severance, Pomona. Some really solid teams. 3rd and 16, 5 yards behind center. Marquez steps up, heaves it deep over the middle. That could be interference, and it's incomplete. Urias was clearly contacted at the 40-yard line, but the ball might have been deemed uncatchable as well, Brian. It was thrown towards the sideline, but there was no doubt that his pattern was cut off.
Yeah, nothing called there, but it was over his head. But maybe it was over his head because he got held up. But anyway, it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not the best read either by JJ because he was at least double teamed. There had to be somebody open underneath. And now the Mustangs to punt. That's what he has. He drops the ball, picks it up, gets it off. He gets hit. Oh. It's caught at the 30-yard line by a Mountain line, and he's going to go to the 10-5 touchdown, 30 yards away for KC Mendoza. It was a line drive. Mendoza, one of the up men, just caught it like he was a shortstop with momentum and up the left sideline, and that was on Franco Diaz. That was a perfect snap. He dropped it. Again, he still was able to boot it away, a low-line drive, but it only went about 20 yards forward, and Mountain View leads 6-0 less than 2 minutes into the game, and a huge special teams miscue.
Yeah, and they had that problem 2 weeks ago when they played Eaton also, so. But that's something you can't do. You can't be having mistakes playing these top-notch teams.
Now the extra point to be attempted by Tyler Campbell, a senior. Yeah, that's just shooting yourself in the foot. Right-footed kicker. And there's a flag. That'll be false start against Mountain View. The holder is Diego Sirio. So now this will be about a 25-yard extra point for Tyler Campbell. Yeah, Brian, that's just a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you commit a penalty, so you go backwards, and then you drop a perfect snap from your center on the punt. Nice job of Urias getting it off, but it went right to a mounted line. The extra point is up, and that is inside the left upright. It's good. 7-0 Mountain View on a 30-yard punt return by KC Mendoza. And now the Mustangs have got to figure things out quickly because, again, this is not the Mountain View team of years past. 2-8, 2-8, 1-9. No, this is 4-1. And if they win tonight, they'll have as many wins as the previous 3 years combined.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've developed some young men here that are some excellent football players. So Fort Morgan's got to match it. They're going to have to come from behind now. Like that first drive, they got behind the chains with that holding, and then they went deep on the pass. And they're going to have to. It's still early. You can't get away from your game plan. You still got to stick with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old adage, though, on the road, get off to a good start.
Yeah.
And if you don't get off to a good start, make sure that the other team earns their points.
Sure.
And that's not what happened here in the first 2 minutes. So once again to kick it off for Mountain View is Keegan Amons, a senior. Mustangs could use a nice return. This is a shared stadium in the Thompson School District on the campus of Thompson Valley High School. Right on top of the Mountain View High School band. And this is an onside kick and a beautiful job on one hop. That looked like the tight end, Broden Jess, who just dove on the football. That was genius of Jess. He basically cradled that like an infielder. So now the Mustangs started midfield. Interesting strategy, Brian, that Mountain View imposed there. It's not like they broke down on special teams.
No.
They gave Fort Morgan great field position.
Yeah, now they've got to take advantage of it.
1st and 10 at midfield. Down 7-0. Looks like we have a new setback in there. Out of the pistol, Marquez is going to flip it left. That's Aiden Brown, jitterbugs to the 45. Nope, didn't get there, 47. Man, he had a lane to the 45, but took the wrong cut there and only picked up 3 yards and went out of bounds. That's the other thing. Do not give away yardage.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to be able to just put their head down and get downfield and get your yardage, because when you start cutting it sideways, and that brings the defense on you, and you're not going to get anywhere.
2nd down and 7 to go for the Mountain View 47. 2 receivers split out to the right. The outside receiver is Angel Lopez. In motion to the left is Urias. He's got the handoff on the counter, running to the 45. Then he's hit hard right there. A little high-low action as the tackle was made by Barrett Plews. He's all over the field, a junior linebacker at 5'10", 200. 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Mustangs. So far, they've run 5 plays, 4 on the ground. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd and 5 from the 45. Marquez looking over to the sideline for play instructions. Jess is the receiver to the left, so basically the tight end lined up as a receiver. On 3rd down, Marquez, 3-step drop, flips it out underneath. It's dropped by Urias at the 42. A perfect pass, didn't look it in. And right now, Frank Urias with all types of struggle.
Yeah, not a good game start for him. And I don't think he wasn't going to get far anyway. There was a couple of Mountain View players right there, and it wouldn't have been a 1st down on the pass anyways.
But I think it would have been a 4th and 2, Brian, or 4th and 1. And that changes his play call. Do the Mustangs decide to punt this thing? They're going to go for it. This is a huge gamble. With 9:20 to go in the opening quarter, down 7-0 from the pistol. 4th and 5 for the Mountain View 45. There's the snap. Rolling out to his right is Marquez. Here comes the pressure. Steps up. He throws, and it's incomplete. I think he hit an offensive lineman. He did. Ineligible.
But they'll decline that.
So the Mustangs turn it over on downs. Marquez threw a jump pass as he was being hit. I don't even see a receiver in the area. That might be intentional grounding besides illegal touching. And Marquez is now 0 for 3, but that one was not on him either. All types of pressure. Couldn't get rid of the ball quick enough because there was nobody open, and then they were on top of him. And now let's see what Mountain View does in their first offensive possession. Again, it's rare that you have not touched the ball and already lead the game. 7-0 and a 30-yard punt return by KC Mendoza. Now the officials are discussing things, and I think Brian said it all. Unless it's a loss of down automatically and you also lose yardage, I have no idea. Yeah, it is intentional grounding. That's an automatic. That's a loss of down anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So the penalty is irrelevant, being a 4th down.
So I don't know if the penalty is from where he threw the ball or if it's from where it was touched. I'm not sure just how that.
Well, I think that's what they're discussing is are they going to gain yardage on a loss of down anyway? So instead of starting at their own 45, they start in Mustang territory. But the football is still at the Mountain View 45, 55 yards away from the land of no hash marks.
They're still discussing it where it's supposed to be, I believe.
Yeah, they are. The quarterback, let's see if that's Diego Serio in there. I saw him on the field. I got to make sure that.
Huh. Not Cam Frost tonight, huh?
Let's see. They got both of them out there. They're both listed as quarterbacks. And maybe it is Frost, but they were. Oh, it looked like Serio's walking towards the part of the field where the quarterback would set up. But okay, now they're going to put the football at the Mustang 45. That's the correct call. It's a loss of down, so you shouldn't be penalized if you're Mountain View. Okay, it is Cam Frost is the quarterback. Very proficient with his arm and with his legs. On 1st and 10, right hash mark in Mustang territory, leading 7-0. 9:14 to go in the opening quarter. Man in motion to the left, and already there's a flag. That is Serio in motion to the left. And that's a second illegal procedure, false start against Mountain View. Kevin Rohde will be with us next Friday when the Mustangs entertain Roosevelt. We'll have the three-man crew once again. The receiver out to the right is Derek Parker. This is out of a shotgun. 1st and 15 from midfield. Play action. The pass over the middle is caught across the 45 down to the 40, a gain of 10. That is Tyson Maris-Benz. Makes the catch. Mustang tackler was Cade Underwood, but wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah,
just a nice easy throw.
Yeah, and then he looks like a pretty good sized tight end there. He drug some Mustangs there for a couple yards before they could bring him down.
And it's not easy defending a left-handed quarterback either. 2nd down and 5 for the 40-yard line in Mustang territory. The back's in an eye. This time the quarterback is under center. Frost is going to hand it off to the D-back, jitterbugging across the 40 and backing his way to the 38-yard line for a gain of about 2 is Tony Schnee. Nice job of the Mustangs with pursuit. Yatelli Busonera was in on the hit, and Noah Aguirre. 3rd down and 3 yards to go for Mountain View, but they're in a really good position because of that 10-yard pass.
Yeah, if they don't pick it up, they'll go for it.
Yeah, and I think they're going to run it here anyway. 3rd and 3 for the 43. Man in motion to the left, although there's just a one setback to the left of the quarterback. This time it will be a quarterback keeper off the fake handoff. Running to his left, hitting it in the backfield for a loss of 3. And a great play by Noah Aguirre, throwing Frost for a loss as he was trying to get to the edge on the left side of the field. And he's down at the 41, and Noah Aguirre was not having any of it.
Yeah, that's one thing the Mustang team has this year, and that's a good defense. But they've got to be able to get some support from their offense. And that they haven't had a lot of that, at least tonight or against Eaton.
Brian, as you predicted, they're going for it. 4th down and 6 at the Mustang 41. Get off the field now. Left hash mark. 2-step drop. Pressure coming. The throw out to the right wide open. That's going to be a 1st down to the 40. Back to the middle to the 30. That's Amons getting loose at the 25. Along the right sideline to the 15. Getting a block to the 10. At the 5 to the middle. He dives and he scores. 41 yards on a 3rd down. Make it a 4th down and 6. Mountain View is back on the board. It's 13-0. A beautifully set up screen with no Mustang around Amons. Once he caught the ball, there were opportunities to make tackles, but Amons just running right and left and finding those zones and those empty spaces in the Mustang secondary.
Yeah, he was just picking and choosing his route through there, and he did a good job and got into the end zone.
That was impressive. The extra point by Tyler Campbell is up. And it's right there down the middle. It's good. Wow. 14-0. Brian, that is a case of an outstanding play call.
Yeah.
Fort Morgan was not prepared whatsoever for that screen pass to the right. And not only was Amons wide open, but there were two blockers out in front. So you knew he had the first down. You still thought Fort Morgan would make a tackle somewhere around the 15 or 10 yard line.
It looked like they had enough guys over there, but they just picked him up downfield. They had their other receivers down there blocking for him, and he just picked his way through the defense and found the end zone.
Well, so far it's the big play. 30-yard punt return by Casey Mendoza and a 41-yard pass and a 4th down and 6 to Keegan Amons from Cam Frost. And it's a 2-touchdown lead. And Keegan Amons will kick it off. Let's see if he onsides it this time.
Yeah.
I would think not. And we still have 7:04 to go in the opening quarter. This will be a line drive towards the sideline. Bounces at the 12. And it's going to bounce out of bounds as Urias gave chase. The Mustangs will have good field position at the 35. And they need all the field position they can get. So Fort Morgan football. And this will be their 3rd possession. They have yet to pick up a first down. But again, it's a combination of shooting yourself in the foot with big plays by Mountain View.
Yeah, they're not just doing it on their own. Mountain View's got a good team out there. There's no doubt that 4-1 record is legit.
The Mustangs have 9 yards on 2 possessions. 1st and 10 for the 35. Man in motion to the left is Frank. Here's the handoff to Samson Ortega behind his left guard, and he squeezes out 2.5 yards to the 37, maybe the 38. The initial hit was made by Leandro Duran, a senior at 5'11", 250. 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs and Samson Ortega. Again, nothing beyond 3 yards.
Nope.
From the pistol, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quick drop for Marquez. Pressure coming up the middle. Rolls out to his left. He's sacked. Back at the 31-yard line by Tyson Maris-Benz. He takes a 7-yard sack. 3rd down and 14 for the Mustangs, and they are going backwards as they did on the opening drive when they seemingly had a first down that was nullified by a holding penalty.
Yeah, that wasn't, that was a defensive, well, I'm trying to say a secondary sack basically because the JJ could not find anybody open. But once again, he's got to learn, he's got to feel that pressure and he needs to get rid of that ball.
There's got to be a clock in your head.
Yep.
If there's not the clock in your head, you mentioned it. Feel the pressure. 3rd and 14 for the 31. Back to throw Marquez. Throws it underneath on the screen. It's caught at the 30-yard line and then being upended at the 38 is Samson Ortega. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe another yard. A gain of 8. Good play call, but again, even this team from Mountain View High School was ready for it. 4th down and 6 to go. The Mustangs will have to punt.
See if he can.
Well, Frank Urias has had a nightmare first quarter, dropping a perfect snap. Then he dropped a pass. Maybe not a nightmare. That's a little bit too strong, but that happened all in the first 3 minutes of the game. Awaiting the snap, and that was a low one, but he scoops it up nicely. Nice job by Frank. That's an excellent punt. End over end field at the 25. The ball is loose, but it's pounced upon right there by Trent Lawson. And Mountain View has the ball back at the 24. Well, if that one had more trajectory, Brian, that might have gone towards the end zone.
Yeah.
Because that had plenty of end over end, plenty of action on it.
Yeah, he did well just to corral it once he caught it and lost it.
38-yard punt, no return. 1st and 10 for Mountain View at their own 24-yard line. 5:01 to go in the opening quarter. Mountain View leads Fort Morgan 14-0. From the shotgun is Cam Frost. Diego Cirio is in motion to the right. He'll reset one of 2 receivers to that side. There's the snap, the handoff to Amons, running to his left across the 25. And then he's tackled around the waist at the 26-yard line. Bulsonera was in to make the hit along with Wyatt Patterson.
And Wyatt Patterson's had a good year this year on defense.
Let's see, the gain is about, they'll give them 3. Second down and 7 to go for Mountain View. Just shy of the 27, awaiting the snap from the gun. Frost will keep it himself up the middle, across the 30 to the 32, maybe the 31. He might have backtracked it. Gain of about 4 yards. He does a nice job of holding that football as long as possible to Amons.
Yeah, he held it quite a while.
There's a 72 in there for Fort Morgan. I don't have him on the roster. We might have him on a supplementary roster, but the gain of 4.
Jacob Wagnon?
There you go, Wagnon.
Wrong team, sorry.
Okay. Oh, we'll check it out. Third down and 3 to go for the 31-yard line. This time, there's the give. Amons, right side, short of a first down. He barreled his way to the 33, but grabbed around the ankles and brought down for a gain of 2. And let's see if in their own territory they're going to go for it, because they're up 14 to nothing. It's a 4th down and 1. Let's see if Coach Fry plays conservative football or he gets aggressive. Well, they're set up in punt formation.
Huh, I thought maybe they would go for it.
Derek Parker to punt. Well, they've been thrown for 1 loss. That was the quarterback, Frost, when he was taken down by Aguirre. Are they going to fake it? There's the snap, and he's going to punt it. He ran a few steps. It's a high, short punt. Bounces at the 44, takes a huge Mountain View roll, and it's going to be down at the 30-yard line. Not too bad for them. A punt of about 37 yards. Brian, this is crazy. 2:54 to go in the opening quarter. The Mustangs are touching the football for the 4th time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on pace for 16 possessions in a game.
It's number 72.
Mael Zanu. Mael Zanu is wearing that number for Fort Morgan. 7-2 once they get back on defense. But the Mustangs need some life, as Brian alluded to. Brian, if we had a nickel package like you used to do before the games, I think it all would have been really to the offense. Offense,
yep.
Offense. First and 10 from the 30, left hash mark. Brown in motion to the right. Pass out to Brown in the right flat. He catches it underneath, and then he is tattooed at about the 32-yard line. Man, that was an upper body slam there by Tyson Maris-Benz for a gain of 2 on the pass out in the right flat. 2nd down and 8 to go for the Mustangs. They just need more than that. I mean, these short patterns are only going to work if somebody can break loose.
Yeah, and Mountain View seems to close pretty quickly on those passes.
Down to 2:23 to go, first quarter. Mountain View 14, Fort Morgan nothing. I'm John Beltran with Brian Nickel on a cool, now getting cooler, Friday night in Loveland. Frank Urías in motion to the left, resets. The counter handoff to Frank, running to his left to the 35-yard line, and then he might have dove to the 36. Let's see where his body ended up, because he kind of went sideways.
He dropped the ball. He dropped
did.
the ball.
He did. It went backward. So his body went forward, but the ball apparently went backward, recovered by a Mustang.
Jack Worth.
A gain of 1 for Urías, and Jack Worth just saved the Mustangs there. Now it would have been a turnover, putting Mountain View in great field position. No wonder he went sideways, as did the football went backwards. 3rd and 7 for the 33. Pistol formation, 3 receivers in on this set. 2-step drop. Marquez, slant to Lopez, incomplete. Lopez was about to get hit hard at the 35-yard line by Manny Ediger, and he kind of did the alligator arms. He was not going to stretch out there, because had he caught that ball, he would have taken major contact. 4th down for the Mustangs, and J.J. Marquez in the early going is 2 out of 6 for 10 yards. And you've told the story, Brian. It's the offense right now is really limited, and that's putting it kindly.
Yeah, and I don't know I don't know if that comes from the offensive line or what it is. But
Urías with an end-over-end kick towards the sideline at the 29-yard line, takes a Mustang roll. It will be down at the 23. That's a heck of a punt. About a 48-yard punt with no return for Frank Urías. With 91 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Mountain View has got the football at their own 23-yard line. Again, a 30-yard punt return by Casey Mendoza. And on 4th and 6, A 41-yard screen pass to Keegan Amons. First and 10. Under center is Cam Frost. Well, that's a deep back if I've seen one. There's the handoff. Amons running left, jitterbugging across the 25 towards the 27-yard line. Picked up 3. Man, he was about 7 yards as Wyatt Patterson made the hit for the Mustangs. Second down and 7 to go. Third carry for Keegan Amons. Yeah, they'll take that all day. He's going to gain 3 or 4 yards and put the Mustangs in precarious positions defensively. From the 27, this time backs in an eye. Under center once again is Cam Frost. There's the deep handoff, running left to the outside. Speed to burn at the 35, and then hit out of bounds or near the out of bounds line is Tony Schnee. I tell you what, Brian, he got to the outside.
He's quick.
Really quick, a gain of about 10. Yeah, the Mustangs did not have speed to match on that one.
No, they had it blocked off. They had that walled off pretty good. They were able to keep the Mustangs inside. He just came out and around it. Picked up a nice gain of, what, almost 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. 45 seconds to go. Clock stops after the play went out of bounds in the first quarter. 2 receivers out to the right. More than likely, this will be a handoff the way they've been running this offense. Nope, rolling out to his right. Frost looking, left-handed throw, tipped, incomplete. I think it was either Aguirre or might have also been Dominic Vasquez. Somebody got a right hand on that. Those are dangerous when you throw that because he's not the biggest quarterback. He's not throwing over guys. He's got to throw around them or almost underneath elbows. Second down and 10. Brian, I often wonder when teams are running the ball well, why go to the pass?
You see that sometimes, you know, they outthink themselves sometimes, I think, so.
Second down and 10 for the 37. Mountain View up by 2 touchdowns. Left hash mark, 2 receivers to the right. Inside handoff to the 40-yard line. Breaking tackles across the 40 to the 44 for a gain of 7. It's the first carry of the game for Casey Mendoza, who's got a touchdown. And looked like Austin Hall was around the football. That might have been the final play. We'll see if they run a play.
I don't think they will. He's still talking to the coach, so.
Let's head to the second quarter after the break. It's Mountain View 14, Fort Morgan nothing from Loveland on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Along with Brian Nickel, I'm John Beltran. 14-0 Mountain View. We begin the second quarter. It's third down. And 3 to go in their own territory. Play action. Frost to throw deep over the middle. Man. Wide open at the 35. Up the left sideline to the 20 to the 10. It's a touchdown, 57 yards. Nobody was near Trent Lawson. He could have run it in backwards. He could have backpedaled into the end zone. That coverage was non-existent. And Mountain View leads 20-0.
Yeah, I don't know where he was set up at, but the defense lost him right off the bat because he was already 15 yards behind the defense in 2 seconds.
Brian, that was a simple play action, and all the Mustangs got sucked into the play action. And Amons checked that loss. It was all by himself. Now the extra point. That was the first play of the second quarter. Low snap. The kick is up, though. Right down the middle, and the Mustangs just roughed the kicker. That was a clear roughing the kicker on Kate Underwood. That might be 15 against Fort Morgan. That's what I saw. Let's see if that's the call. Yeah, I believe that's the call. They're going to assess it on the kickoff. Underwood took out the kicker on his follow-through.
Yep.
And it's 21-0, Mountain View. Ryan, that was a massive defensive breakdown. This does not look like the Fort Morgan defense that played Eaton 2 weeks ago.
No, and I think the reason that worked so well is because their run game has been going so well, so the defensive backs got sucked up on the play action, and then he just went right by him.
Well, that's fine if 1 or 2 but not everybody got sucked up. Everybody. I mean, literally, he could have backpedaled into the end zone.
Yeah, he was.
From 40 yards away once he caught that football.
Yeah.
So big plays, 30-yard punt return by Casey Mendoza, 41-yard screen pass to Keegan Amons, and then the 57-yarder to Trent Lawson. All are touchdown plays, and Mountain View leads by 3 touchdowns. And now the kickoff.
Might see an onside kick here again.
Why not?
Just
I mean,
as well.
you're at the Fort Morgan 45. Brian, at this point, Fort Morgan does not have a first down. So if you onside kick it, it doesn't matter what field position the Mustangs have until they can come up with a big play. Well, let's see what Keegan Amons does. He's kicked it deep. He's kicked it short. He's had an onside kick. And this will be high but short. Fielded at the 4-yard line. Running to his right is Odias to the 15. He's got daylight to the 25. And he's carried a defender there to the 30, maybe the 31, a 27-yard return by Frank Odias, a solid return.
Yep.
And he put his head down and ran hard, so the Mustangs have pretty decent field position, and it could have been a lot worse considering that the kickoff was in Mustang territory.
Yeah, he did a nice job running up on it and then had that open lane over on that right side. But
Second quarter brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more about Sydney Regional Medical Center, SydneyRMC.com. Let's see, Fort Morgan in this game has a total, let's see, 7, 10, 13. They have a total of 23 yards. First and 10. Marquez is going to hand it off on the right side. There's a big game across the 35 to the 39, a gainer of 9 by Samson Ortega. But that time the Mustangs had all types of motion. Marquez went fake like he had the ball, and then Broden Jess to his left hurry-up offense for Fort Morgan. 2nd and 1 from the 39. Quick snap, handoff, and now a flea flicker. Back to Marquez, steps up, rolls to his left, gets rid of it, throws along the left sideline, and incomplete off the right hand of Jess. He nearly made an acrobatic catch. Oh, man, that was nearly an incredible catch by Jess because it was a line drive throw, but JJ didn't make that bad of a pass considering that he was under duress, Brian.
yeah, he just didn't see Angel Lopez going down that right sideline. He'd already got past the defense over there, and he just didn't pick him up. He was watching Jess all the time and just did not see Angel Lopez open over there.
Well, what have we mentioned all season, that JJ sometimes gets locked in on the primary receiver.
Yep.
And I get that, but at some point you have to graduate to another level. 3rd down, a long one. Just past the 38-yard line, handoff up the middle. First down for Samson Ortega across the 40. Piggybacking defenders to the 42 for a gain of 4. That's a good sign for the Mustangs. Ortega now with 4 carries for 19 yards. Down to 11:05 to go, second quarter. Mountain View 21, Fort Morgan nothing. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and they scored on the opening play of quarter number 2.
See if they can just continue this. They need some positive yards here and get something out of this drive.
From the pistol formation, 2 receivers out to the right. Aguirre repositioning. Marquez rolls out to his left. Backside pressure's coming, stops, reverses his field, gets a block. It could be a block in the back, throws on the run. It's going to be incomplete at the 43-yard line. Massive block in the back by the Mustangs, and that's going to draw them way back because that block in the back was about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they say when you can read the opponent's numbers, you don't block them. And
exactly. Well, and we could read the offensive lineman's numbers, which means he had our back turned to us.
Yep.
So there was no way he was going to block him flush. But they're going to walk it off with the line of scrimmage, which is a good thing.
Apparently that's something they've changed in the...
Yeah, because that could have been a 1st and 30. Instead, it's going to be a 1st and 20 from the 32. But again, Fort Morgan picks up their first down of the game early in the second quarter. And Mountain View, I've got to look at the numbers. The last time they had a winning season. It's certainly been a while. First and 20 from the 32. Again from the pistol. JJ back to throw, setting up a screen over the middle, caught by Odias at the 31. He's loose to the 40-yard line, spins across the 40 and slammed at the 42 for a gain of 10. They are back to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 10 yards. Second down and 10. The Mountain View tackler was Barrett Plews, who we called throughout the game. First reception, and again 10 yards to Frankie Yu. And now, Fort Morgan taking their time. I'm not sure the rhythm they're trying to get into, Brian. They went to no huddle earlier.
Yep.
Now they're back in the huddle. Now they're at the line of scrimmage. Left hash march, second down and 10. Play action. Marquez to throw. Lobs it deep over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. About 1.5 yards to 2 yards behind Frank Urias. He had the defenders beat. He was fairly well covered, though. Would have taken a perfect pass. Third down and 10, or make it fourth and 10. I guess I miscalculated.
Well, I missed a play there someplace or a down. I don't know when it went to.
Yeah, didn't they pick
down.
up a first down? They had picked up a first down.
And then they had the penalty.
Right, but you don't. But you don't lose.
No, I don't know how
they penalized. They gave him the yardage, and they said that was second down. That should have been first down. I don't know why Fort Morgan's not saying anything, but that's not a loss of down, Brian.
No, I didn't think so.
There's a low snap on one hop. Urias gets it off. That's a gorgeous spiraling punt. Fielded at the 20. This is Lawson at the 25. Then he's down. Bolsonaro makes the tackle right above his left knee at the 28-yard line. Brian, somebody clearly made a mistake. That was a first and 10 play. There was a block in the back. That's not a loss of down. That should have been they accepted a penalty.
Yeah, that's what I had. I thought it was second down to look over. They said it was showing a third down over there and third down on the scoreboard. So I don't know what happened.
Somebody's got to be responsible. Somebody in the. I mean, that starts with your head coach, but that's why you have several coaches over there. Somebody's got to be responsible there. You cannot allow a free play in Mountain View's favor. That should have been a third down play. Third and 10, not fourth and 10. First and 10, Mountain View at their own 28-yard line, leading 21-0. 9:38 to go, second quarter. Handoff, right side. Amons to the 30, cuts it back to the 35. Along the sideline to the 40, a stiff arm, and he's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Wyatt Patterson and Austin Hall make the play, but it's a gain of 13 on that strong stiff arm near the end from Keegan Amons, and they're doing whatever they want, Brian.
Yeah, they're getting outside. They're giving him time to pass. It's just the defense hasn't got it figured out yet.
21 yards on 4 carries by Keegan Amons. First and 10 for the 41, right hash mark. Frost this time will pass it out left flat and tattooed off the catch. A great play by Angel Lopez on the catch made by Tony Schnee. It's a loss of 4. Man, Lopez was very close to cutting off that pattern.
Yeah.
He took him out right at the knees as soon as he made the catch, and that was not a good read by Cam Frost. He should not have thrown that football. No. And a great defensive play by Lopez. Second down and 14. Give him a -4 on that play.
Yeah, that's been the best defensive play tonight. I hurt when that happened.
Yeah. Again, he took him out at the knees. Second down and 14 from their own 37-yard line. This time a give and stutter stepping to the 40 to the 43, back up the middle. That is Keegan Amons for a gain of about 6. So they get some of the yardage back. As the Mustang tackler on that play was Christian Velasquez. Third down and 8 yards to go for Mountain View.
Now they're saying the linemen on this Mountain View team are pretty good sized guys, so.
Yeah, they are big, and Coach Davies pointed that out before the game. 3rd and 8 under center from the 43-yard line, own side of the field. This time, rolling out to his left. Frost will throw, and the pass is going to be tipped incomplete. Yep. Excellent defensive play. Noah Gator it all over that football field. 4th down, and this time I would think if they punted on 4th and 1, they're going to punt on 4th and 8.
Yep.
So Parker to punt for the second time in the game. The first time it almost looked like he wanted to take off with the football on a 4th down, but the Mustangs were ready for any potential fake. I doubt they'd fake it here, and is Mountain View going to take a timeout? They will. Their first timeout. Again, we'll be with you next Friday night. It'll be the league home opener against Roosevelt. 7 o'clock kickoff. Since 2003, Western Engineering Consultants has been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more. And it's not just college, it's Northeastern, the large residential community college in Colorado. Wants to help you in your educational journey. Visit njc.edu. 1 minute into the game, Casey Mendoza, 30-yard punt return for a touchdown off an errant play by Franco Diaz. Dropped the snap from center, then he was getting hit and still got a foot on it, but it went right to Mendoza. That made it 7-0, and then moments later, on a 4th and 6 for the Mustang 41, a perfect screen pass to Keegan Amons, and he jitterbugged his way into the end zone. Then the 57-yard pass from Cam Frost to Trent Lawson early in the second quarter. In fact, the first play of the quarter, 21-0. Derek Parker to punt. The Mustangs have 2 back to receive. Looks like Lopez and Brown. Yep. At their own 23-yard line. Perfect snap. Parker booms that football end over end. Lopez backs up at the 11, running to his right to the 15. Laterally trying to get around the edge. Stutter steps, he's going to be down at the 16. Yeah, he ran about 35, 40 yards laterally, had nowhere to go. A return of 5. And that is a massive punt of close to 50 yards there by Derek Parker.
I thought maybe he'd get that edge, but he just could not get around that far side. Not if he was just too fast.
In this league, it's tough. So he got to the 16, just past the 16-yard line. The way Fort Morgan's going, they're going to struggle to get to 70 yards of offense in this half. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. With a pistol, Marquez is going to hand it off up the middle. Breaking a tackle, a first down across the 25. That is Samson Ortega running with reckless abandon to the 26. And it took a tackle by Trent Lawson to keep him from going further. They might mark him down. Well, 2nd down and about half a yard. We'll give him 9. Well, you know what? That's even better, Brian. That's even better. That can open up the playbook for this play. And all of a sudden, Ortega's got 5 carries for 28 yards. Just shy of the 26-yard line. 2nd down. Less than a yard. Marquez to throw. Sets. Lobs it deep along the right side. Could be picked off. And it is at the 48-yard line. That was a jump ball, and Lawson picked it up and picked it off. Intended for Broden Jess. Not a good pass by J.J. Marquez.
Yeah, I think he was getting hit about the time he threw it. He was getting pressured.
There was pressure, but it wasn't there anyway, Brian. And the coverage was so tight.
Yeah.
Can't make that throw. Yeah, now JJ's 3 out of 10 for 20 yards and a pick. Yeah, you can't make that throw. And see, I'm still a fan of a 2nd and short when you're struggling to move the football. If you're going to throw it short.
Yeah.
Don't go for okay, you go for a home run, it's 3rd and short, but that's the bad end of it. 1st and 10 at the Mustang 48-yard line. Diego Sirios in motion to the right. There's the snap, the give to Amons, running wide to the right across the 45, and then take it down at about the 42, a gain of 6. And Yeteli Busonera was able to make the hit, but he's a big kid, Brian.
Yeah.
That Amons is a big kid. I wouldn't want to tackle him. 2nd down and 4 to go. Keegan Amons with 27 yards on 5 carries, about the same number that Samson Ortega for Fort Morgan has. 5 yards behind center. There's the give to Amons, right side, 1st down, back to the middle. He was tripped up at the 34 by Busonera, but still a gain of 8. I tell you what, they are opening up some holes.
Yeah, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, that's for sure.
This is not Fort Morgan playing poorly on those plays. It's just they're trying to get there, but when you're outsized, you're outsized.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can see what some of the numbers there. That one of the kids there is 5'11", 250.
1st and 10, right hash mark for the Mustang 34, 21-0 Mountain View, 6:12 to go in the second quarter. Under center is Cam Frost. Deep handoff, running left, swinging it to the outside, but going nowhere and taking the loss. That is Tony Schnee. And who did it again? Yeteli Busonera. He's been all over the football field. A loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 to go. And this guy's this was who Coach Davies was complimenting during the Eastern Colorado Insider pregame. Was Yeteli Busonera. He's playing some hard, tough, physical football.
Yep. Looks good out there.
2nd down and 11 for the Mustang 35. Approaching the 5.5-minute mark. Trips to the right. No receivers to the left. 4 yards behind center. The quarterback, Cam Frost, is going to throw it out in the right flat. Caught by Lawson, but his knee was down. That's going to be a loss back to the 39. Tried to make a cut, and a loss of 4. That's the second pass out in the left flat, or the right flat, either one, that has resulted in a loss.
Yeah, it looked like his foot slipped. Then he went down, and that was play over.
Well, because of that, it's a 3rd down and close to 15. At the 39-yard line of the Mustangs. Receiver out to the left with a lot of speed is Blake Strom. To the right, it's Derek Parker. Play action to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. A diving attempt by Maris Benz at the 23. 4th down, but I think you go for it here. You definitely go for it here.
I would think so. Yeah.
Even it's a 4th and 15, but it's at the Mustang 39. Okay, Fort Morgan's making some good plays now defensively. I mean, 21-0 is not insurmountable. The reason it seems insurmountable is because you've only picked up a couple of 1st downs.
Yeah, the offense just hasn't got it together quite yet there, but the defense is figuring it out.
Baxton and I, but they're going to be throwing the ball here in a 4th and 15 for the Mustang 39. Might be some play action. Under center is Cam Frost. Hard count, trying to draw the Mustangs offside. They might be calling a timeout. Yeah, I think they're going to call a timeout at the end of this sequence. In fact, he's walking over towards the sideline. Oh, they might snap this. Watch out. Sometimes that looks like a deceptive play where you're speaking to the coach and then they snap it to somebody else. Yep, it's a delay of game. Now they'll punt it.
Yep.
Now they will punt it on a 4th and 20. Have you seen that before, Brian? Where it's like, here's that fake conversation. I'm going to fool you by snapping it to a halfback. And then they throw some option pass.
Yeah.
But the Mustangs were not having any of it. So nice job by Fort Morgan. That is discipline with a capital D. And with 4:45 to go, 2nd quarter. Mountain View will punt. Derek Parker to his own 46-yard line. High, fluttering, short, fair catch at the 13. Is that Jaden Carrera?
Yep.
So the punt goes for about 31 yards. But again, Fort Morgan is so far away from the end zone. That end zone, Brian, seems like it's 200 yards away.
Yeah, it does. They're just having a tough time. They just can't quite get there.
I mean, it's 87 yards away. Might as well be 200. 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. 4:39 to go, 2nd quarter. Mountain View 21, Fort Morgan nothing in Loveland. I'm John Beltran with Brian Nickel. Direct snap. There's the handoff. Now a double handoff. Running left is Lopez. To the outside, to the 13, now to the 15. A stiff arm. Cuts it back to the middle, and it's down. Man, they were not having any of it. Too many defenders there on that double handoff. That reversed running left was Angel Lopez. He's got speed, but again, when you're running that laterally to one side or the other, all you're going to do is pick up maybe minimal yardage, and that's what they got there. 1 yard for Angel Lopez.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back to that and fake that second handoff, and keep it going around on the original handoff.
Absolutely, run a variation of that play. 2nd down and 9 from their own 15-yard line. Pistol formation. JJ hands it off up the middle. There's a nice carry across the 15 to the 18.
Brown
a gain
again.
of 3. Aiden Brown had a couple of good cuts there, but man, they don't miss a tackle. They do not miss one single tackle. Grady Cogan, a senior, 5'11", made the hit. 3rd and 6 to go for Fort Morgan. 2 carries for 6 yards. Once Brown gets loose, he's tough to tackle, but he hasn't gotten loose yet on those 2 carries. 3rd and 6, and did they cross the line of scrimmage? Mountain View coming on a blitz, they did.
Free 5 yards there.
In the neutral zone, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Fort Morgan. So it should be at the 23-yard line.
That's a 5-yard penalty, which will bring up third and
Clock
1
stops
for
with
the
3:25 to go before halftime.
Replay third down.
On a 3rd down and 1 for Fort Morgan. Be nice to pick up at least one first down if Mountain View gets the ball back. Not too much
Yeah.
time left on the clock with 2 timeouts remaining. JJ will keep it himself, running to his left, hit at the 25, and he's taken down. It's a first down, and he's tackled backwards with plenty of momentum
He's met almost
to get the first down and a pickup
57, Wally Edwards.
of 3 yards. Wally Edwards made the hit, first carry
First down.
for JJ Marquez.
Yeah, a little simple keeper there, but he runs so straight up and down.
Looking to throw. Out to his right. Pass is incomplete off the hands of Franco Diaz at the 29. They went straight up to the line of scrimmage. Again, I'm not sure what the Mustangs are doing offensively, rhythm-wise. Some plays commence a lot quicker than others. 2nd down and 10. And back up to the line of scrimmage at their own 26-yard line. Well, they need one quick hitter. 2 receivers to each side. Could be an obvious passing situation with 4 receivers in on this set as Marquez takes a 5-step drop, steps up, pressure coming, backside, got to do something with the football. He's flushed, steps up again, rolls out to his left, throws over the middle, tipped and complete. At the 37-yard line, intended underneath for Aiden Brown, but once again, Grady Cogan got his right hand on the football, and it's 3rd down and 10, and JJ did everything he could to maneuver some room and some time. And the Mustangs actually did a pretty decent job blocking.
Yeah, what these receivers need to do, though, is they were probably 25 or 30 yards down here waving their hand. They need to go back to the quarterback
Correct.
and make it and make themselves available instead of just running around here holding your hands up.
Yeah, you're irrelevant.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10. Quick drop, Marquez throws off his back foot underneath. It's caught at the 25. That's Ortega at the 30. Ortega near a first down of a beautiful screen pass across the 35. Maybe to the 36-yard line. Brian, that was well designed.
Yeah, that was Noah.
Yep, Noah Aguirre to check that. And a first down for the Mustangs, a gain of 10. That's what they needed. So Noah Aguirre on the reception. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw Marquez again. Lobs it deep up the right side. The pass is going to be incomplete. Broken up at the 33. Slightly underthrown. Angel Lopez nearly made an incredible play off the defender's back. 2nd down and 10 to go. Down to 2:16 remaining 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it's a pretty looking pass, but this Mountain View defense, I mean, their defenders are right in the pockets of these receivers for the Mustangs. There's just no room there to get it in.
At their own 36-yard line, the Mustangs have picked up 2 first downs on this possession. Aguirre resets to the right. 2 receivers to the right. Marquez looks to his left, back to his right, throws a right flat. It's caught by Austin Hall. He's running backwards to the 22-yard line. What is he doing? He's down at the 23. That was an awful decisions by Austin Hall. He kept running backwards, and that is a loss of 12 on a pass that was caught even behind the line of scrimmage, but it was almost like he thought the end zone was in the other direction for Fort Morgan.
Yeah.
A loss of 12 on a pass completion. How often do you see that?
Yeah, he thought he was going to be able to outrun him. That's just not going to happen. He should have just turned it upfield.
Not in this league.
No.
Now it's 3rd and 22, and Mountain View intelligently calls a timeout with 1:47 to go before halftime. Ryan, he went backwards twice. Tried to make a cut, then saw another defender, made another cut, but he went laterally and behind the line of scrimmage, and that is not going to work.
Nope. But, you got to...
Well, here we go. It is a 3rd down and 22 to go for the Mustangs. They have to get to the 46 there at the 24-yard line. And you know that Mountain View is going to get the ball back. 1 timeout remaining and just over 100 seconds. 1:47 on the clock, 107 seconds to be exact. I don't think a screen pass would work on this one, Brian, because they just tried it and were successful. Maybe just a simple handoff to see if they can break something for about 10 yards. 3rd and 22, handoff to Brown, running to his left to the 25, along the sideline, cutting it back to the 30. He spun down, nice carry for Aiden Brown. A timeout should be called. He did not get out of bounds at the 31.
Yep.
It's a gain of 7 for Aiden Brown, 4th down and 15. And by the way, that's a very smart play by Aiden Brown, not getting out of bounds, so you force Mountain View to utilize that last timeout.
Yeah, he's done a good job. I haven't seen Sampson. I wonder if he's aggravated that hamstring again.
What's up, guys? Philippines here from my team at Colorado Family.
You know, it's just crazy that we see injuries at the high school level that did not exist in our day.
Yeah.
Torn ACLs, hamstrings. We didn't suffer injuries like that. But there's a couple of factors that come into place. First of all, the weight training is much more prevalent. And second, these kids are so much bigger than they used to be and faster. And the body cannot handle that, and it does result in injury. So the Mustangs will punt with 1:35 to go. No timeouts for Mountain View. Uria standing at his own 16-yard line. Colden Lucero, a junior, standing at his own 30-yard line. Waiting to receive the football. Perfect snap. Frank gets it off. Oh, he hit the wrong side of his foot. It bounces the 43, but takes a huge Mustang roll. Maybe it was the perfect side of his foot. Down at the 22-yard line. Holy mahungus, that just went for 47 yards, but it went for about 27, and when it bounced, it just took a massive, looked like it hit near the ankle-ish part of his foot. It was really weird. The high part, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Nonetheless, watch out, because you know this Mountain View team's going to throw the football with a ball at their own 22-yard line. First and 10 for Mountain View. Leading 21-0, 90 seconds to go before halftime. No timeouts. From the gun, Frost, play action, pass out, right flat, caught underneath. Now at the 25 and tackled at the 28. That's a great play by Ashton Meeks. On that pass caught by Derek Parker. That could have gone for a lot more.
Yeah, had a nice wrap up there, two-handed tackle by Ashton.
2nd down and 5 from the 28. Again, play action. Left-handed pass deep over the middle is going to be incomplete. But I think Bulsoneta interfered with the receiver at the 43-yard line. I'm not sure unless he held him. I didn't think it was interference. The ball was underthrown.
We'll see where they...
Did you see a penalty there, Brian?
Not really, no. Holding.
He might have grabbed his jersey. That would be more legit than interference. That's a 10-yard penalty against the Mustangs. A first down for Mountain View. Yeah, I would doubt they run the ball at all. 67 seconds to go before halftime.
Yep.
14 points in the opening quarter, 7 in the second. Now the wind is picking up. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Essentially a naked backfield, 5 yards behind center. No, this will be a draw play to the running back, Amons. He's thrown for a loss. I think that was Vasquez making the hit at the 37-yard line. He was standing to the left of the quarterback. It's a loss of 1 for Keegan Amons. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage, 49 seconds to go. They got to throw the ball pretty quickly. On 2nd down and 11, Frost to throw, setting up a screen. Caught to his right by Amons to the 40. Along the sideline to the 50. Wow. He's at the 40 in Mustang territory. Makes a cut, and he's pushed out of bounds by Austin Hall. That's a big play. And down at the 28, original line of scrimmage, Brian, was the
37.
There they go. It's a gain of 35 yards and a first down. 35 to Keegan Amons. Yeah, I've lost my spot there. He's already got a 41-yard reception. Brian, that's a genius play call.
Yeah, a screen along the sideline. So when he did get tackled, he ended up going out of bounds.
38.9 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for Mountain View at the Mustang 28-yard line, up by 3 touchdowns. Amons to the right of the quarterback. Man in motion to the right is Lawson. Now trips to the right. There's the snap to Frost. Back to throw. No pressure. Steps up. Throws it deep over the middle. Incomplete. Tipped by Austin Hall at about the 13-yard line. Receiver went down to the ground. Nothing called defensively. And now the Mustangs, I think, are calling a defensive timeout. Well, they want to be prepared for everything at this point. They want to be prepared. On the words now, a 2nd down and 10. Brian, 28-0 versus 21 would make a major difference.
Yeah.
Now, Fort Morgan does have to kick it off to begin the second half. Oh, you know what I discovered here,
They
Brian?
just got a penalty. I don't know if that was on the coach. I don't know what that was from.
Yep. I have not seen this in several months. All of a sudden, I discover in my pocket.
There you go.
Yep, I've got the stocking cap, different stocking cap.
I'm not sure just what the penalty was. Ty Davies was out there, but all of a sudden a flag comes flying out of there. So I'm not sure what happened over there.
Well, the timeout was called, but are they calling something against Fort Morgan? Because
Yeah, because the ref on the far side is the one that threw it. But it was well after the timeout it was in progress.
but what did Fort Morgan do wrong is what I'm trying to figure out. Unsportsmanlike against the Mustangs. I wonder if they took a timeout and somebody said something.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Ty Davies is wanting to talk to the referee. We'll see what. Not that we can hear it or know what's going on, but
Well, is it unsportsmanlike because something was said or because...
well, it had to have been something that had to have been said because I didn't see any. There wasn't anything physical going on.
Right. I don't know. Brian, we've seen probably one too many unsportsmanlike conducts against the Mustangs this season. That's the only issue.
Yep.
Now it's 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line, 34 seconds to go before halftime. Keep in mind, this drive started deep in Mountain View territory.
On their own 22.
Yeah, and now they've traveled most of those 78 yards. Frost is going to roll to his left. Pressure's coming, throws into the end zone, wide open touchdown near that left pylon, the back left pylon. And that is Diego Serio. 14-yard touchdown pass, and now there's a flag down. Let's see if that's going to be called back or there was roughing the passer.
Looks like they're coming
Yeah,
back.
this is coming back. It's going to nullify the touchdown.
Holding.
Well, that's a big break for the Mustangs. Serio was open near the back of the end zone, and all of a sudden it's coming back.
Yeah, Sincere Coleman he was trying to cover two guys over there in that corner, in that end zone, and he covered the wrong guy.
29.4 seconds to go before halftime. It's 1st down and 20 from the Mustang 24-yard line. Two receivers out to the right. Got to make a play here. Make a play if you're the Mustangs. Keep it at 21-0. Frost has the football. Play action. Looks to throw. Rolls to his left. Running
Wide
room to the
open.
20. Nobody's there at the 10 to the 5. He's going to score. That is too easy.
Wow.
No Mustang, as you mentioned, wide open, Brian. Nobody was there. Everybody went to the right.
Yep.
And the quarterback, Cam Frost, to the left. He towed the left sideline, and he ran it in from 24 yards away. And it's now 27-0 Mountain View. That is depressing.
Yeah, and everybody, like you said, everybody went right. The whole formation was right, and it just was wide open on that left sideline.
Now the extra point to be attempted by Tyler Campbell. Off the snap to Serio, lays it down, and a line drive right up the middle is good. The Mustangs are getting blown out in Loveland. 28-0 Mountain View with 21.8 seconds to go. And the drive took less than 1 minute, Brian.
Yep, yeah, they got that with 1:30, I think, left or on the clock in the first half.
Or about just over a minute.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah, that's when it adds insult to injury. When you score a touchdown, it's called back, and then you score on the next play.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you get called for holding, and they're good enough. They're able to overcome it. Fort Morgan gets a 10-yard penalty, and it's just a stretch to try to get that yardage back.
And again, Mountain View receives a second half kickoff. Fort Morgan had a game a few weeks ago against Skyview. They got it to a running clock. This could be the complete opposite. Just a few weeks later, in the league opener here in Loveland, Keegan Amons will kick it off. He's been running and kicking quite a bit in this game. This will be an onside kick. It is loose. It's still loose, and I think Mountain View is going to recover the football. Or did they? They had it, and I think Mountain View might have fallen on it at near midfield.
Yep.
They've got the football. Well, at their own 49-yard line, Brian, we could talk for days whether that's a Bush League move.
Yeah.
Up 28-0 in the waning moments of the opening half. But it's not against the rules.
Nope. No. Well, we saw it from Lutheran also.
We did see it from Lutheran. They're going to try and score again. That one took a tricky hop. 51 yards away. I cannot believe they onside kicked it after scoring late in the first half. And now Frost, play action, rolls out, runs to his left, throws on the run towards the sideline, caught underneath. Nice hit by Lopez, but out of bounds. Going out of bounds is Tony Schnee for a gain of 4. So that stops the clock. Schnee with a second reception. 2nd down and 6 to go. 13 seconds remaining. This one's got to go deep over the middle, you would think.
Yeah, they don't. They've only got, do they have one timeout left? Did they use
0.
it?
They used them
Okay.
all. When Aiden Brown did not go out of bounds, which was the smart play, they had to use that last timeout. Trips to the right. 2nd and 6 for the Mustang 47-yard line. Back to throw is Frost. Steps up, throws deep over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Lopez at the 28-yard line. In fact, it was right in his hands.
Yeah,
That might signify this first half, because that should have been an easy pick.
Yeah. Just kind of handcuffed him, and he just couldn't bring it in.
147 yards passing in the opening half by Cam Frost. That's more than double the Mustang yardage as a team. 3rd down and 4 from the 47. 8 seconds to go, second quarter. It's become a long second quarter. And Mustang defenders are standing near the 10-yard line. 2 Mustang defenders. We could see some laterals on this play. On 3rd down, Frost is going to throw it out left side, caught at the 45, along the sideline, tackled at the 33 inbounds. They're going to have to stop the clock. And that was Maris Benz, gain of 14. They're going to have to clock this thing really quickly, or they're not going to do it.
No.
Well, then why do that? Why onside kick it? That's moronic. Why onside kick it if you're not going to go for it?
The only thing I can say is they just wanted to keep it away from Fort Morgan, but they haven't proved anything tonight to keep it away from them. So
Exactly. All right, we'll go to Ben Blecka's halftime segment right after this. A big, big first half for Mountain View. It's Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan nothing on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's begin the third quarter. Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan nothing. The third quarter is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. One-stop shopping does exist. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories off I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins at Stubbs Gas and Oil. The Mustangs will kick it off. And Fort Morgan played some really solid defense in that second quarter, Brian, until that last or second to last drive when Mountain View went 78 yards and did it in just over a minute. It's not that Fort Morgan was playing prevent defense. I mean, Mountain View's offense is just that good.
yeah, they are good, and you know the defense was out there on the field quite a bit tonight. So you know the offense has got to keep the ball for 5 or 6 minutes. So that defense can get a little bit of rest, but I think a lot of these are two-way players anyway, so I don't know how much rest they get. But
Well, first of all, the only way you keep it for that amount of time, as you all know, is you got to run the football.
yeah,
And the Mustangs cannot do that on a consistent basis. That Mountain View defense does not miss tackles. And we'll see what this return game produces. Blake Strom and Diego Serio are back deep to receive. You know, Serio's hungry for the football because he had a touchdown called back on a holding penalty.
yeah, we'll see if they want to kick it to him, or if they end up kicking it out of bounds, just give it to him at the 35. So I don't know.
That should be Julian Mejia, if it's the same that they had after that, or for the Skyview game. Julian Mejia on the soccer team to kick it off. Be nice to use him more than just kickoffs to begin a half.
Yeah.
But again, the Fort Morgan offense, after putting up 50 points against Skyview, has been stymied with just 6 points of their 12 against Eaton, and shut out in the opening half. Mejia to kick it off. Line drive, bounces at the 30 to the 20 to the 10, still rolling, and picked up at the 5-yard line, straight ahead to the 10, now to the 20, and getting loose briefly is Blake Strom, but now he's down at the 25-yard line. A couple of Mustangs, and on special teams, might have been Underwood down there. Nonetheless, here we go with this machine known as the Mountain View offense, 239 yards unofficially in the opening half. And Cam Frost has got a touchdown run and 2 touchdown passes.
Pretty active in the offense.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line. Amons, the running back, to the left of the quarterback, 4 yards behind center. Sirios in motion to the right. One receiver now split out to the left. There's the handoff right up the middle, and nothing there. In fact, a loss to Tony Schnee. Looked like an inside handoff, and they got to the 28. No loss. Man, I completely lost track of the football.
I did too. I thought he had handed it off, and then he did. Well, he had, but not to the guy I thought he had.
Yeah, right up the middle. A gain of 2. Second down and 8 to go from the 28-yard line. 4 yards behind center this time. The Mustangs jumped.
Yeah. No. Looks like
Actually, yeah, they were
drawn off.
They were drawn off sides. False start against Mountain View. All right. Yeah, I think the Mustang movement was obvious, but there was a flinch in there that we didn't see from Mountain View.
Yeah.
Second down and 13 to go. Now at their own 23-yard line. Passing situation knowing Mountain View with a 28-0 lead. Frost, fake, throws over the middle, complete to the 31, I should say. Tyson Maris-Benz. A gain of 8. That's a quick hitter.
Yep.
Second reception for Maris-Benz. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go for the 31. That looks like so much of a Dolphins play with Tua when he's healthy. That quick hitter. Just get rid of it quickly. Third down and 5 at their own 31. One receiver split each side. Out of the gun. This will be a play action pass deep over the middle. That's dropped at the 50-yard line. A perfect pass to Schnee. He had the Mustang defenders beaten. He might have been able to go all the way because he had the left sideline all to himself.
Yeah, that's a rare mistake for Mountain View tonight, but a big one on that drive.
Derek Parker will punt. That was a perfect pass from Cam Frost to Schnee. That could have gone for 69 yards. It's been all about big plays for Mountain View tonight. Parker at his own 20. The Mustangs have Carrera and Angel Lopez back deep to receive. This will be a spiraling punt fielded by Carrera at the 33. Snaps out of a tackle to 35. Behind a blocker at the 40. Now to the 45, still on his feet. And he's tackled at the 50, a return of about 16. And a Mountain View Lion is down back at the 28-yard line. He tried to make the initial tackle, and he's not getting up. So the Mustangs have good field position at midfield. Well, we had a clean first half in terms of injuries. Nobody got hurt, but we have a Mountain View Mountain Lion down on their own side of the field. So good start to the second half for the Mustangs, down by 4 touchdowns. Brush and Sterling playing tonight on 1010 KSIR. Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show, by the way. at 9:30 with Kevin Schaefer. And if Brush wins that game, he could have head coach Joe Rosenbrock on, because that was a 14-7 Brush lead in the third quarter. So keeping an eye on that game as well. All the Morgan County teams are in action this weekend. In fact, all in action tonight. So here we go. They're still attending to the injured player for Mountain View, as the Mustangs will have their first possession of the second half. For over 100 years, Premier Farm Credit has been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit PremierACA.com. That's Premier Farm Credit. That might be Trent Lawson. Man, he's barely walking. He must have taken a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not look good coming off the field. Yeah, that's a lower leg injury.
Brush Sterling's 14-7 still in the fourth.
First and 10 at midfield, left hash mark for the Mustangs, looking for their first points of tonight's game. From the pistol, Marquez on the counter, running right, back towards the middle. That's Urias. A flag is down. He's still on his feet. Across the 45 to the 43, and he's carrying defenders to the 41. This would be a gain of 9, but there's no way that's going to count.
No.
Unless there was a face mask, but I didn't see that. You saw the flag thrown in the direction of the offensive line. Oh, it takes a long time to make a call. Let's make it, guys. Okay, there you go. You don't need to wait until they're about to walk it off. Hold against Fort Morgan, first and 20 at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know what the big discussion was.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious that it was a hold against Fort Morgan. That's too bad, because Urias had a strong run on that one. Now from their own 40-yard line, two receivers split out to the right, first down and 20. Again from the pistol. J.J. Marquez looks over towards the bench. Marquez getting play instructions. Samson Ortega's in the backfield. Again, retreats 4 yards behind center. Marquez has it, handoff up the middle to Ortega. Big hole across the 45 to the 50. Back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 10. Hard running by Samson Ortega. And the Mustangs quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's second down and 10. 38 yards on 6 carries. There's the snap. Handoff. Ortega back to the middle. Backs his way to the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. Third down and 6 yards to go. Espinoza made one of the hits there for Mountain View. Third down and 6 for the 46 of the Mountain Lions. Two receivers to the right. That is Lopez on the outside slot. Only 5 completions tonight in 15 attempts. Urias in motion to the left. And there's the inside handoff back to the right side. That looks like Noah Aguirre, able to squeeze 2 yards to the 44. But then he was stacked up by Tyson Maris-Benz for a gain of 2. Fourth down and 4. Only the second carry for Aguirre. And with 8:13 to go before the third quarter expires, the Mustangs will go for it. Yeah, they're trying to entice this team to jump. And offsides would make it a first down. I think that's what they're going to get.
Yeah, must have been that guy that came up on that right side over there.
Yep, that's offsides against Mountain View. That's going to be a first down. I don't know what they're doing, Brian. You're up 28-0. Why are you taking chances like that? Just play straight up defense. Because you know what? Once you get into the playoffs, you're not going to get away with that phony stuff. And Mountain View is going to make the playoffs the way they're playing. They'll be 5-1 after this game. But the Mustangs will take it. First and 10 at the Mountain View 39-yard line. This time, Frank Urias is the receiver to the left, Austin Hall to the right. Marquez, play action, throws out to his left. It's tipped incomplete. It went off the hands of Broden Jess. That's a good pass at the 31. He just didn't haul it in.
Yeah, you got to bring those in.
I mean, a little bit high, but not high to the point that it should not have been caught. That should have been caught by Broden Jess. And again, the weather's getting cooler, so that ball might feel a little bit harder, but no excuse. Second down and 10 to go for Fort Morgan at the 39-yard line of Mountain View. 28-0 Mountain View. That was the score at halftime. From the pistol, there's the toss left to Ortega. Swinging it to the outside across the 40 to the 35. Short gain. There's a late flag, and that might be against Mountain View after the gain of 4. They might have had a late hit away from the ball.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. One of the defensive backs there threw one of the Fort Morgan guys down after the play was over.
Well, that'll get the ball near the red zone, or at least at the 21-yard line, if not at the 20.
Now they got to.
They take a long time. There we go. Oh, it's a face mask.
Well, that's what they called it. Okay.
Huh. Well, we didn't see that. They're not indicating it's a personal foul face mask, just a face mask. Now it's a okay. Yeah, he adjusted his mechanic. Oh, but the offsetting penalty's a block in the back against Fort Morgan. All right, we'll offset that.
I only saw the one penalty flag, so I'm not sure what they're. The flag came from this guy over. I don't know. I didn't see 2 flags, so I'm not sure.
Well, it's showing a second down now and 10.
Yeah.
At the 39-yard line. Well, that was a little bit of a mess. And that time the Mustang right guard, I believe, right tackle. That was the right tackle flinched. This is turning more into a motionless sport.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to get the snap off. The clock continues to run, though. I mean, it stops for the penalty, and then they restart the clock, which is a good thing. You don't want to endure this too much.
Yeah.
So now it's second down and 15 to go for the 44 Mountain View. Down to 7 minutes remaining third quarter. First possession for the Mustangs in the second half. From the pistol, Marquez back to throw to his right, tosses. The pass is going to be broken up at the 36-yard line by Tony Schnee, intended for Franco Diaz. Pretty good throw there, but Schnee with some great timing was able to knock it down. Why are they playing music during the play?
Yeah, I don't know.
Please, shut up already. You're not supposed to be playing music during the play.
No.
Third down and 15 from the 44.
Yeah, it was a good pass, but the defense was right there on the spot.
I wish the official would stop this game and just stop it already. Third down and 15 from the 44-yard line. From the pistol, coming on a blitz. Handoff to Ortega, hit in the backfield and thrown for a loss of 2 yards. That blitz paid off. Whether that was a run blitz or a pass blitz didn't matter. Goes 2 yards backwards to the 46-yard line. Tyson Maris-Benz made the hit. The Mustangs will punt on a 4th down and 17. Well, this third quarter is moving along because we're approaching the 6.5-minute mark. Frankie to punt. Blake Strom is back deep to receive. Low snap, bounces in. He gets it off. Low line drive, bounces at the 21-yard line. Takes a huge Mustang roll inside the 5 to about the 4. Well, that went over 50 yards on the bounce there for Franco Diaz. I mean, after that initial portion of the first quarter, Frank has done a nice job in the punting game. But Mountain View's almost thinking, Brian, we got him where we want him. 96 yards away.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem to thrive on long distance.
First down and 10 from the 4-yard line. All the plays for touchdowns have come from 24 yards or more, including a 30-yard punt return on special teams. Cam Strom Going to hand it off in the middle to Keegan Amons, and a gain of maybe a yard. The Mustangs clog it up in the middle with Ashton Meeks and Zanu. 2nd down and 9. Again, we've seen stretches of solid defense by Fort Morgan, but Brian, we have not seen too many, very little on the offensive side.
Yeah,
a first down here and there is not a good stretch.
No.
That's a moment. 2nd and 9. Mountain View from their own 5-yard line. The backs are split. Under center is Frost. He'll turn, hand it off to the deep back, and now getting loose across the 5 to the 9-yard line. Let's see who that was. All the way across the field for a gain of about 3. Looked like they had him bottled up initially. And the ball carrier for Mountain View that time was Colton Lucero. Well, again, about 3 yards. 3rd down, we'll call it 6. Yeah, they're getting conservative here, without question. From their own 9-yard line. On 3rd and 6, rolling out to his left is Frost. Pressure coming, throws it deep along the left sideline, and it's going to be caught! Oh, what a catch made across the 35, and now there's a tie-up for the football. They're going to give it to the offensive player, caught by Serio. That might be Lopez. They both had the football, but it was caught initially. No, that's not. That's going to be
Sincere Coleman.
Yeah, Sincere Coleman instead. Thought I saw 1, it was a 2. Nonetheless, it goes to the 37, a gain of 28. 28 yards to Serio. First reception, handoff, Amons along the left side, 45-yard line, spins. Ball is loose, a fumble. Coleman's got it. He was stripped maybe by Wyatt Patterson. And Sincere Coleman recovers the fumble at the 45 of Mountain View. And the Mountain Lions turn it over for the first time in the game.
Yeah, I'm not Sincere didn't grab his arm when he went by. I didn't see the ball come out, but I saw people started jumping around there. So turnover Mountain View.
With 4:29 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Mustangs have some life. And again, for the 2nd time in as many possessions, have the ball in Mountain Lions territory. But the thing is, they trail 28-0 and have not come close to scoring in this game.
No, they can't even hardly get a drive together to get downfield.
Aiden Brown is the running back in on this set. At the 45, JJ hands it off to Brown. Another flea flicker. JJ's got the football, steps up into the pocket, rolls to his right. He's sacked. JJ taken down at the 48 for a loss of 3. Maris Benz, along with Spencer Baranovich, made the hit. 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't get the quick hitting passes. They look like they're wanting to go everything 20, 30 yards downfield when they just need to march it down, just get some 5, 6, 7, 8 yard passes.
Yep, again, the flea flicker's a handoff to the running back, then he underhands it back to the quarterback, but not successful so far tonight, 0 for 2. 2nd down and 13. JJ, play action, rolls to his left. Pressure coming, throws off his back foot. Complete over the middle to Frank Urias. A first down across the 35 to the 34. A masterful throw by JJ Marquez and a pickup of 14 yards. Well, that's the Mustang football we need to see.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, and he was getting pressured in the backfield too. Was JJ.
2nd reception for 24 yards for Frank. There's the give to Aiden Brown, right up the gut to the 30, and then tackle for behind at the 28 for a gain of 6. So Aiden Brown getting involved now on the offensive side. 2nd down and 4 from the 28. Mustangs are on the move. 3:12 to go, 3rd quarter. Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan nothing. The snap to Marquez. The handoff to Frank. Drops the football. It's loose. It's still loose. Mountain View's got it.
Yep.
At the 34-yard line. I don't think Frank ever had the ball. I don't think he ever had the ball. And it was recovered by Derek Parker. So the teams exchanged fumbles. There was some daylight, too, on that left side.
Yeah, he had some running room. And I don't know if JJ was going to try to pull it back out or what the deal was, but Frankie never got it.
Down to 3:03 remaining third quarter. Well, that's too bad, Brian, because the Mustangs have played well in this third quarter. And it's only a matter of time before Mountain View gets back on the board at the 34. Handoff, right side, that's Amons. Dives to the 39 for a gain of 5. Well, check that. They pull Amons there. That's somebody else. Looks like 28. That's Casey Mendoza on the carry. Still picks up 5 yards for Mendoza officially. Second down and 5 to go at the 39. Mountain View on their own side of the field. The third quarter's been played on that side of the field, even when Fort Morgan has the ball. Quick snap. Keeping the football is Frost up the middle. First down to the 45-yard line. Cut it off to his right for a gain of 6. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Cade Underwood made the initial hit for Fort Morgan.
Yeah, they have a number of different weapons to run the ball.
They do. Yeah, they've got Amons. They've got Schnee. Of course, Lucero has got a couple of carries. Mendoza, the quarterback, Frost. And they've got multiple weapons to throw it to. At the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for Mountain View. Frost has the football, hands it off to Amons. No, yeah, he hands it off to Amons, running to his right. He gets loose along the sideline and tackled near the sideline out of bounds by Carrera at the 40, maybe to the 38-yard line, a gain of 17 for Keegan Amons.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
59 yards for Amons. Has the football again to his right. Along the right sideline, crossing the 35 to the 34 for a gain of 4. Carrera again around the football for Fort Morgan. Second down and 6 yards to go at the Mustang 34-yard line. 1:15 to go, third quarter. Right hash mark for Mountain View. There's the snap to Frost. Back to throw. Throws it underneath. Intercepted at the 40-yard line. Oh, what a beautiful play. An interception by the Mustang, Joe Morales, who cut it off. Oh, he cut it off beautifully on what looked like a screen pass out to Frost's left. And Morales almost looked like the intended receiver the way he caught that. Second consecutive turnover by Mountain View. 3 turnovers combined in the quarter. And the Mustangs have it.
Yeah, it was a screen pass out there, but he had it sniffed out.
What a play by Morales. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 45. They've had good field position in this quarter. In motion to the right is Urias. Ortega is going to hand it off. Inside handoff to Noah Aguirre into the secondary, crossing the 45 to the 40. It's a big gain of 15 before he's brought down. Noah Aguirre on that counter. Gorgeous play by the Mustangs. Aguirre with by far his biggest offensive play of the night.
Yep.
There's the quick snap. Handoff to Ortega. Stutter steps. Flag is down. He's still on his feet. Crossing the 40 to the 37. The Mustangs held twice, I think, on that play. And just when they make a good play, now Mountain View Mountain Lion is down at the 40. Yeah, somebody got their knees taken out from under them, looks like. So the penalty has not even been announced.
No.
But it's clearly against the Mustangs. And second Mountain View player to be injured in this quarter. The first was Trent Lawson.
He hasn't moved. I don't know if they got him rolled over on his back or if he's still on his stomach, but
He looks like he's on his back from here. 54.5 seconds to go, third quarter. Mountain View leads 28-0. That was the score at halftime. Now let's see what the penalty's all about, but it has to be. It has to be against Fort Morgan. Top of the hour, this is Morgan County's B106 KPRB. Brush Fort Morgan.
Sterling's up 21-14.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a good season, 4-1 going in. Brush at 1-4. The Beat Diggers had the halftime lead. There's the hold, indicated. Well, both teams held.
Yeah, that's
Offsetting penalties. Well, that was all for naught.
try it again.
Looked like Diego Serio was the injured player coming off the field for Mountain View. They'll restart the clock momentarily since no penalty was committed. Well, 2 penalties were committed, but they're offsetting.
Just got word from the concession stand.
First and 10 for Fort Morgan at the 40-yard line after the 15-yard run by Noah Aguirre. It would seem that was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We've only run one play since then. And now the clock does restart. The Mustangs are nowhere near the line of scrimmage, now running up to the line of scrimmage. Lopez and Frank Urias, the receivers, to the left. Broden Jess to the right. In Mountain View territory, Pistol back to throw. Marquez looks, lobs it deep up the left side. That's going to be broken up at the 15-yard line. Lopez, the intended receiver, but that ball was up there forever, and Lucero knocked it away. Yeah, if you're going to throw that pass, you've got to really get rid of it much earlier than that.
Yeah, and Angel turned into the defender on that one to keep that from being intercepted.
Second down and 10 to go. Go back to the running game, Brian.
Yeah.
Go back to the running game.
Yeah, that's what they were.
It's been pretty good in this quarter. Here we go on second down and 10. There's Marquez with a fake pitch. He'll take it up the middle. Breaks 3 tackles. A first down. Marquez into the secondary, carrying defenders to the 15-yard line. J.J. Marquez with a 25-yard gain. That's a heck of a run by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, that was all JJ there.
All J.J. without a doubt. Right up to the line of scrimmage for the 15. Marquez to throw. Looks to his right. Pumps. Flushed. Back out to his left. 7 seconds to go. Hit as he throws, or is the ball loose? They might call that a fumble or an incomplete pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it took him long enough to say it.
Yeah. 4.6 seconds to go. Second down and 10 for the 15. What a run by Marquez.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have gone down 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it was a nice run. That's been his best run of the year so far.
Oh, they're taking time. You don't want to take a timeout here.
Where are they?
Oh, no. No. Why do you boy, they were. Well, they took so much time, but I don't know why.
Timeout called by Fort Morgan.
That is a bad timeout. That's a tough timeout. You take a timeout with 4.6 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yep.
You got to find a way to get that play off. I mean,
Yeah, they didn't
they're
even
not in this game. They're down 28-0, Brian, but that can't happen.
Right. Yeah, they got to. They weren't even up there ready like they wanted to run a play. I don't know what their problem was. But they need to. It's just little things like that that needs to be cleaned up.
Well, the Dodgers beat the Padres tonight 2-0. San Diego did not score a run in the final 24 innings of that series. 24 innings.
That's too bad.
They don't deserve to win. Second down, Marquez to throw out to his left, wide open underneath. Aguirre at the 10. Aguirre to the middle to the 5. Aguirre to the end zone, touchdown! Touchdown on the final play of the third quarter. And the Mustangs are on the board. 15-yard pass play. On that pass out to Marquez's left to the wide open Noah Aguirre underneath. And it's Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan 6.
Yeah, I don't know what these idiots are doing out on the field. It's not, the half isn't over yet. They have an extra point to kick here, people.
Yeah,
And
that
they
should
just-
be a 15-yard penalty against
Yep.
Mountain View. That is
Yep.
stupid. Yeah, you've got to call it.
I don't know if that's their cheer team that came running down
It
the
doesn't
field.
matter.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah, they say, are you for real? Or somebody say, yeah, well, yeah.
Black down on the field.
Yep,
Yeah, that should be. That should be a penalty against Mountain View, assessed on the kickoff.
yep. Delay a game, something, whatever it is.
Well, call it. I mean, what are you doing? Yeah, that has to be. Oh, somebody's going to get a talking to now. Somebody's going to get a talking to. One of the Mountain View coaches. Why run on the field? Yeah, had it been the final play of the third quarter, which it was from scrimmage, but you still have the extra point, different story.
So let's see if they went over and talked to Ty Davies. I'm not sure
Well,
if they're not going to wave it off. We'll see.
No, you can't waive that off. You cannot waive that off. If not, you set a
Yep.
precedent.
Yep, they waved it off.
No, that's ridiculous.
At least should have been delay a game.
Yeah, something. Now the extra point to be attempted by Julian Mejia to close out the third quarter. The kick is up, and that is right down the middle. Yes, sir. The Mustangs get on the board on the final play of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter after the break. Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan 7 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with Brian Nickel. It's headed to the fourth quarter. The Mustangs scored in the final play of the third quarter, a 15-yard pass from J.J. Marquez to Noah Aguirre. And it's now 28-7. Quite frankly, Brian, Fort Morgan outplayed Mountain View in that quarter.
Yeah, they had a good quarter that time, but ended up with a touchdown. But yeah, they had one turnover to Weldon Valley, to Mountain View's 2.
Julian Mejia to kick it off. He kind of pooches it towards the sideline, fielded by Lucero at the 25. Across the 35, still driving defenders. Across the 40 to the 43, a return of 18 yards. Before the Mustangs finally made the hit, and Knowledge Harris, a freshman, brought him down to the ground. Yeah, I'm sure Mountain View thinking, we got to get this offense on track. Back-to-back turnovers for Mountain View in the third quarter. One was a fumble, the other a pick by Joe Morales. First and 10 for the Mountain Lions at their own 43-yard line. Two receivers are split out to the left. The quarterback is Cam Frost. He'll hand it off up the gut, running to his right along the sideline. That is Lucero. He's got a first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 47, a gain of 10. Maybe 11 if they give him an extra. Is that the 46?
Yeah, get back to what they're good at. Control that ball and run it.
Well, that's what's happening right there with Lucero at the 46-yard. I'd like to see the ball kept more in the middle of the field just to keep the clock moving. Don't utilize sideline to sideline. There's the handoff and back towards the middle with a cut to the 45 and now to the 41 for a gain is Lucero. So the other one I said was Lucero was Casey Mendoza, so I had that wrong. That's Lucero. Give him close to 5. Second down and 5. Noah Aguirre, one of a couple of Mustangs around that football. He always is. With the ball just shy of the 41-yard line. Two receivers split out to the right. Shy of the 41. Frost 4 yards behind center. Hands it off, and a big hole for Lucero. Gets spun down across the 40 to the 36. That's good enough.
Yep.
Another 5 yards for the running back.
They're going to mark it back about the 36.
Yep, still got it.
Yep.
And it keeps the clock moving, which is what Mountain View wants to do, up 28-7 with 10:40 to go in the game. I'm not sure they'll throw the ball anytime. Running it so well, but they want to keep this defense honest as well. At the 36-yard line, that time Frost is going to hand it off to Lucero, running to his right, behind his guard, crossing the 35 to the 30. Good solid 6-yard run. Again, Aguirre makes the hit. Second down and 4. They're making it look really efficient right now. Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show with Kevin Schaefer at 9:30 might join it in progress. We will see. Depends upon the length of this fourth quarter. Second down and 4 to go for Mountain View at the Mustang 30-yard line, up 28-7. Under center. There's the handoff to counter right side. Lucero first down to the 25. Along the right sideline to the 20, now to the 17. Before he stacked up for a gain of 13.
Yeah, they hit those holes pretty fast, and they don't go down easy either.
Well, Mountain View's not made the playoffs in several years, but that'll change this year. Now, I'm saying that prematurely because you got some tough opponents for Mountain View.
Yeah.
In the red zone at the 17-yard line. Trying to counter Fort Morgan's touchdown. Lucero's in that backfield. Under center is Frost. Lucero has the football right up the gut to the 15. That's it, a gain of 2. As the hit was made by Velasquez. Second down and 8 to go. Lucero right now is the workhorse. They had 239 yards at halftime, not too many in the second half. In fact, only 36 yards passing after 161 at halftime. Second and 8 from the 15. There's another give. Lucero bounces it to the outside across the 10 towards the 7. A first down, a gain of 8. Yeah, now, I mean, it's the ground game, Brian. It's too much for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
with the football resting at the 7.
Mountain View just controlling that line of scrimmage right now, and the Mustangs just can't stop them until they're about 5 or 6 yards down the field.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I guess they have it at the 8. At the 8, first and goal is this Lucero again. It is to his right, a stiff arm. Then he's thrown down at the 7. Again, Zanu and Christian Velasquez combined on the hit, only a gain of 1. Well, that's a physical football by those Mustangs. On Colton Lucero, who's carried the ball probably 4 or 5 times in a row. Second and goal. Now they're chewing up some clock. 7:45 to go in the game. Can the Mustangs hold them out of the end zone? Still got to make 3 plays. From the 7, the deep back is Schnee. Is it Schnee's turn? It is. To his right to the 5. Schnee to the 1, touchdown. He backpedaled into the end zone. 7 yards for Tony Schnee. Mountain View 34, Fort Morgan 7.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive drive. All on the ground.
Now the extra point.
Like they got one cramping up for Mountain View.
Waiting the extra point. To be attempted by Tyler Campbell. For a 35-7 lead. Snap is low, the kick is up, and the kick is right there. Again, 7:26 remaining.
7:26 left in the game.
Mountain View back up by 28. The Mustangs will have at least one more possession.
35-7.
With that 28-point lead, at least Brian Fort Morgan is playing better in the second half. In fact, I thought they played better in the second quarter than the first, better in the third than the second, and now I think they're just a little bit tired in the fourth quarter. I mean, they scored to end the third quarter, but now they've just got to be worn out.
Yeah, they. I think they just got hit in the mouth there early on and kind of lost their footing there. Got down, but 2 or 3 touchdowns, and just taking them a while to get going. But all you can do, you got to improve for next week.
It's a process, without a doubt. But at least if you carry some momentum into the game next Friday night at home against Roosevelt, you've got something to build upon. Mountain View to kick it off, up 35-7. Line drive towards the sideline, fielded at the 22, running right to the 25. That's Lopez to the 30, and then he spun around and still on his feet to the 40-yard line. Nice run by Angel Lopez Sarinana. And the Mustangs take over from there with 7:18 to go in the game. How about 2 consecutive drives to get into the end zone? That'd be nice. Again, just build on, especially offensively.
Yeah.
They've done enough tonight defensively. Man, I see more pizza boxes in the stadium. They're all over the place. You see them, Brian? One, all over the place.
I don't see the one that's supposed to be in front of us, though.
Exactly. That's the one that really counts. 1st and 10 from the 40. JJ is going to hand it off, running wide to the right, back to the middle. So he's got a seam across the 45 to the 48. Frank Odias wiggling his way before Lucero made the tackle, a gain of 8. Frankie looking good.
Yeah, it's taking him a while to get there, but
only 3 carries for 11 yards, but that was impressive. Fourth quarter brought to you by Rudy's Tires, 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska. Visit rudystires.com for more. And JJ busted play, off to take it himself, but he's nearly has a first down. Tackled near midfield, very close to a first down for a gain of 2, but somebody went in another direction, and Marquez said, I'll take it myself.
Yeah, I don't know who Frankie was in there. And
why haven't they moved the sticks unless they're short by a credit card? It's either a 1st and 10 or a 3rd and inches. I wouldn't even bring out the sticks. Ugh. Brian, it's a 35-7 game. Just give them the first down. We got to bring out the sticks for this. I mean, this is a close game. I get it.
Yeah.
Or just call it for 3rd down. Quite frankly, I think he's short.
Yeah, they didn't put it quite to the line.
Right. I think he's short. So if I can, it better be short because I can tell from here it's short. We'll find out when they stretch it out. I'll tell you what. No, it's a first down. Well, see, that's why he wasn't short. I was totally wrong. But again, then just give him the first down if he's that close.
Yeah, just look over there and say first down. Mountain View's not going to – you can't challenge in high school. Just say first down and go on to the game.
Yeah, who cares? Again, if this is a close game, nope, you don't give him the automatic first down.
Right.
6.5 to go. Mountain View 35, Fort Morgan 7. The Mustangs at midfield. They have a touchdown to Noah Aguirre. There's the handoff. Brown breaks a tackle, bounces it to the edge at the 45, and then it's ushered out of bounds, and a late push. Watch out by Mendoza. Almost a late hit there. A gain of 7 for Aiden Brown, 2nd down and 3. And because his momentum was going backwards at the end, they're going to keep the clock running.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, Brian.
No.
Keep it running. Let's see some quality football without stopping the clock so many times. On 2nd down and 3 from the 43. In Mountain View territory, Fort Morgan has created some excellent field position, Handoff, left side, a gain of 1, maybe 2, a hard run. That could be Aiden Brown again, and it is, before he's driven back for a gain of 2. Wally Edwards, a senior, made the tackle. 3rd down and 1 to go.
It seems like they use Sampson for a little bit, and then Aiden Brown comes in and spots him for a while.
And it's a little bit of a different type of back, not as big as Ortega. 3rd down and 1 from the 41-yard line. High snap, Marquez runs it himself to the outside of 1st down to the 40. He jitterbugs and it slams his left shoulder into a defender down at the 34, gain of 7.
Yeah, he just dipped that shoulder into him. And is that the kid that he just, I don't know if that kid is cramping or.
Yeah, they got another one down for Mountain View. The Mustangs have had no injuries tonight, thank goodness. Yeah, that's Blake Strom, who's down along the far side. It is dropping in temperature, certainly still comfortable enough to play football.
Yep.
And we will be joining the Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show in progress. Right now, it's 35-7 Mountain View, 5:06 to go in the game. The Mustangs have the ball at the 34-yard line. In Mountain View territory.
Sterling beat Brush 21-14.
Tough loss for the Bee Diggers. More than likely, that will take them out of any playoff possibilities. They could run the table, but their stretch of opponents after tonight are so weak that they could finish 5-4, and that's not going to be good enough for Brush. Or they're 1-5 now, 4-5. That won't be good enough. Play action. Marquez to throw. It steps up. Pressure coming. Throws it to his left. Incomplete. It went through the hands of Ashton Meeks at the 29-yard line.
Had 2 receivers in the same area.
That was the 22nd pass attempt by J.J. Marquez. He's thrown for just 47 yards tonight and completed 7 passes, 7 of 22. It's been tough.
Yeah.
Not all on him.
No, that's what I was going to say. He's had some drop passes.
And he's been pressured. You're throwing under duress. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Mountain View 34-yard line on the right hash mark. Lopez Sarinana to the right. JJ is going to hand it off on the right side to Brown. Cannot get to the outside and is grabbed around the ankles and spun down like a rag doll by Tyson Maris-Benz for a loss. At the 36, a loss of 2, 3rd and 12. 4-down territory for Fort Morgan. But I think overall, Brian, it's been a very good second half for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Yeah, they showed some improvement here. They got that touchdown. They're moving the ball.
We were looking at a potential running clock.
Yeah.
And they're avoiding that tonight. 3rd and 12 with the 36 pistol. JJ rolls to his left, throws in the run underneath, caught at the 31 by Lopez. A cut to the 27. A flag is down, and so is Lopez. The gain will go for 9 yards, and then he should pick up more with a face mask. I thought he was grabbed around the jersey,
Yeah,
but I think it's a face mask because there was no hold. I don't believe there was a hold in the play.
No, yeah, I thought it was a clean tackle or a clean getaway there.
Yeah, but they're going to call face mask for sure. No, forget about that 4th and 3. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Should be added to the end of the run.
Yeah.
JJ with his 8th pass completion tonight. No, they're right. Mountain View doesn't like it. It was not a face mask. That's right. Doesn't matter now. It's at the 14, but the Mountain View fans really shouldn't care. They're up by 4 scores with under 4 minutes to go in the game. At the 14 of Mountain View, 1st and 10. Urias and Lopez Sarinana to the right. From the pistol, Marquez, 3-step drop, pressure, throws off his back foot towards the end zone, jump ball incomplete. Lopez, Sarinana, and Lucero had a jump ball there. Again, a dangerous throw. from Marquez. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that's a long throw across there. I thought that safety was going to come down with the ball there for a minute, but
Well, how about that little wheel route? That's what they
Yeah.
scored on, that little wheel route out of the backfield, because Akita was so open, but he's not in on this set.
Ashton Meeks is in at the H-back.
2nd down, handoff up the gut, and wow, Aiden Brown was tattooed in the backfield. No blocking there, thrown for a loss. Maris Benz and others, a loss of 2. 3rd and 12. Down to 3.5 to go in the game. The Mustangs are looking for their 2nd touchdown in as many drives. They scored in the final play of the 3rd quarter. And now they're trying to score with just over 3 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 12, 16-yard line. Marquez to throw, deep drop, backpedals, flush to his right. Marquez wiggles his way out of traffic, tries to throw, gets rid of it along the sideline, incomplete. Thank goodness. That would have been about 15-yard loss.
Yeah.
Pressured over there by Derek Parker. 4th down. Mustangs will go for it at the 16-yard line of Mountain View. Oh, here we go, Brian.
See if they can.
Got to throw towards the end zone because the 1st down's at the 4. Might as well
Yeah.
go to the end zone unless you're throwing a screen underneath, but I wouldn't do that. Just go for it. Go to the end zone with 3:07 to go in the game, down 35-7. To the right of the quarterback, Marquez is Brown. Play action. Marquez to throw. Underneath to his right. Caught at the 15, to the 10. Urias to the 5. Urias to the end zone. Touchdown.
Yep.
Holy mahungus. They threw that pass underneath, and they got away with it. 16-yard connection from JJ to Frankie Yu. And the Mustangs are back on the board. They convert on 4th down. It's 35-13 Mountain View.
Yeah, nice looking play there. Frankie gets open out there and he rambles in.
2nd touchdown pass of the 2nd half for J.J. Marquez. The Mejia extra point is a boomer inside the left upright. It's good. 3:03 to go in the game. You got to carry this over to next week's game, without question.
Yeah, and you're going to have a Roosevelt team coming in that's going to be mad because they got smoked last night, and they know that they can't afford any more losses if they want a decent spot in the playoffs, because they're still number 7, I think, in the Chassa Index or whatever it is. So even getting beat like they didn't hurt them much.
Exactly. Well, I would think Mountain View is just going to run the ball to close out this game. With a 35-14 lead. But this was 28-0 at halftime. Fort Morgan has outscored Mountain View 14-7 in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they got to build on this for next week.
Well, the Mustangs only had 67 yards at halftime. They've more than doubled that in the 2nd half. Julian Mejia will run up to that football and kick it off. Well, he boots that ball towards the end zone. It's fielded by Sierra at the 1-yard line, now to the 15, up the middle of the 25, and then he's tackled across the 25 to the 26. How about that by both Aiden Brown and Ashton Meeks? Because his Serio was taking off. He had a lot of speed there.
Yeah, he had an open lane there, it looked like, but it closed in a hurry.
You had a little in there, because I think you and I were thinking this guy could go the distance.
Yeah, I thought it was open up, and then he got smoked.
Yeah.
It was a nice looking tackle.
I was with you. I didn't make the noise, you did.
Yeah.
But that was coming from me, too. I was in support of that.
That's probably comes with age, I don't know.
1st and 10 at the 27, 2:58 to go in the game. Frost is going to hand it off on the right side, and nothing doing. Busonera makes the hit on Lucero, and Patterson with a penetration. change that play altogether. No gain. Second down and 10. I'm also hoping Fort Morgan doesn't call any timeouts. You don't want to extend a game for no reason.
No.
Let them run the ball, take time off the clock. And hopefully Mountain View might try to throw it just to reclaim some momentum, but I'm not sure how smart that would be.
Yeah, just they got plenty. They're letting the clock run down. He's watching the back judge.
Second down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Play clock is down to 5 seconds. There's the snap, the give. Stutter stepping as Lucero grabbed around the jersey and thrown down at the 30 for a gain of 3. Noah Aguirre. Third down and 7. Again, we'll quickly get to the Colorado Prep scoreboard. She'll have a player of the game in just a second. Well, if you pick up a first down here, you'll take a knee too, but it is third and 7. Mustangs hanging tight on defense. Awaiting the snap is Cam Frost. This time he'll give it on the right side. That's Mendoza, and he trips his way to the 36 and a half, close to a first down. He's going to be short by half a yard. A gain of 6 for Mendoza. Fourth down. Well, you quarterback sneak this and then just get the game over with. Yeah, just run something up the middle. Clock is now at 53 seconds to go. They'll obviously go for it. This could be a straight handoff just to get the first down. Oh, quarterback keeper. Yep, there you go. First down to the 38, and that's going to end the game. That will end the game tonight. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Water is key to crop success. Advanced Agri Solutions. Why haven't they restarted? They're going to run another play, apparently. What are they doing? They keep asking for the running of the clock, which should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep it right here before I get to the post-game show. How about a knee? Then we can officially get to it.
Would that be a knee by Schnee?
There you go. Well, it'd be a knee by Frost.
Yep.
But a fine attempt, Brian.
Thank you.
There's the knee by Cam Frost. Now the game is over. Mountain View wins 35-14. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Water is key to your crop success. Advanced Agri Solutions has year-round and seasonal probes that will help make sure you have the right amount of water. Call Dusty or Roxy, 970-571-2024. 30-yard punt return by Casey Mendoza got this team from Loveland on the board. It was 7-0. Then a 41-yard touchdown pass on a screen and a 4th and 6 to Keegan Amons. Made it 14-0. Then it became 21-0 and a 57-yard pass in the second quarter to Trent Lawson from Frost. And then Frost ran it in from 24 yards out to make it 28-0. Again, he had 161 yards passing at the half, and finished with 197 in the game. Well over 100 yards rushing by Mountain View. J.J. Marquez would get Fort Morgan to the board, a 15-yard pass to Noah Aguirre. Mountain View got a 7-yard run by Tony Schnee, and then on a 4th down, it was a 16-yard pass from Marquez to Arias, 35-14 the final score. Mountain View wins the league opener. They're 5-1. The Mustangs 0-1 and 1-5. JJ ended up throwing for 72 yards in the game. Player of the game brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. 970-521-1030, Better Electric. Proud to bring you our game archives available on our social media. Well, I'll give the player of the game to Noah Aguirre. Made several tackles on defense, scored the first touchdown, Brian. I think, we had some others that played pretty well, especially in the second half, but Noah Aguirre is our player of the game, brought to you by Better Electric. Brian and I and Kevin Rohde will be back with you coming up a week from tonight when the Mustangs take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show will be joined in progress. Have a great weekend, and God bless. The final score, Mountain View 35, Fort Morgan 14 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.